Good morning, everyone. We are going to do a really cool little project today. And it's so awesome because you can use your imagination for the whole thing. So first thing we're going to do is wet our watercolors. And basically, you get to do anything you want. And then I'll show you what we're going to do when we're finished. So because we can do anything we want, I'm going to start with a little purple. And first thing I'm going to do is wet my paper. Just do big sweeps all the way across. Now you can tell I chose a smaller piece of watercolor paper today. If you don't have smaller pieces of paper, you can just cut one down. Because this project has a lot of detail in the end, I just didn't want to have to spend 6 hours finishing it. So it allows me to work in a smaller space. So I've got my watercolor wet. I'm going to grab my purple and I'm just going to start working. And you're just going to take colors that you like and you're going to put them up against each other. They're going to blend together and then we're going to do some really neat things with it. So we just keep going, adding colors, blending things together. Try and keep your color families in mind as you go so that you don't end up with a bunch of brown, unless you like brown, and then you can do that too. But I try and go in my color families just to make it really blend together nicely. And then when you have a little bit of bleeding through, then it looks really good. And we're just going to keep going all the way across our paper, just adding colors, blending, changing. And if you would like to put colors next to each other that will blend to make weird colors, just wait until it dries a little bit and you'll be able to do that. You can see here I'm not putting anything here until this starts to dry. And if you really just have 2 or 3 favorite colors, you can stay within those color families as well. You don't have to go into so many colors. And you can soften the lines by just adding some water. I'm going to re-wet over here. Bring some blue back along this edge. And really, I'm just working my way through my palette. You can do anything you like. It's really a special project because you can use any colors you want, and you can use really thin paper if you want, and you can make this, and then you can use it as wrapping paper once it's dry, or a greeting card, and send it to somebody very special. We're just going to keep going, and you can blend in your colors or you can leave them in big blobs. If you find that you have big pools of water, that's okay. As we have big pools, we're just going to coax other colors to come up beside them. So I'm going to start working some yellow in. The big thing with this project is we don't want to do shapes. We don't want to do anything recognizable because we're going to create something really special in just a minute with it. What we do want is these beautiful places where everything starts to spread. Okay, now we're down to the last bit. And usually I like to bring some of the colors from over here back down to here just for some continuity. So I'll add some purple here. And then we'll do some light blue. And then that's going to take about 30 minutes for it to dry. And it just looks beautiful like tie-dye. So we're going to let that dry and then we'll do the next step. See you in a few minutes. All right, let's finish up this beautiful piece of art. So the cool thing about this is you can see, I'll bring it really close, that there's all kinds of teeny little variations of color in here. So what we're going to do is I've got a waterproof pen. So you can use like a Sharpie or something like that. And you can use a fat one or a skinny one. This is a very fine skinny one. And then we're just gonna get really close in and we're gonna trace these lines. Let's see, let's start here. And what it'll look like is that you painted in the lines. This is a little bit like the project you guys did where you have to find the animals, except for we're just finding the variations in the lines. And it's actually quite calming. It's a lovely project to do. It's great to do on a rainy day or a day where you're stuck at home and you don't have anything fun to do. You can do this little project and make something really beautiful and unexpected out of your own creativity. Plus there's no mistakes, which is always nice because we're just tracing the colors. It looks a little bit like a globe, like a map. And I think that's the fun of it. And truly, you could make it a globe. You could use the colors of the earth and make a globe. And wouldn't that be fun? So this takes quite a bit of time to get all of this colored in and traced. But it looks amazing when you finish. And you can just see a little bit of what it's going to look like. And it's just quite fun. Just copying the edges of the lines all the way around. And some of them are big, like countries or bodies of water. And the more detail you can get in here, the neater it will look. So on these edges where it kind of dips in and out, it looks like a coastline. just going to keep tracing any little shapes you can find. And you can move your paper around so you don't have any shadow. It's kind of like your free line drawing project. So we just kind of keep free line drawing. Try not to lift your pen and see what you can come up with. And you can see it looks really nice. And this again is something you can turn into gift wrap, you know, wrapping paper, or a greeting card. And if you have little siblings, you can have them do the watercolor part, and then you can do the intricate tracing at the end. And then you can even go in further and turn each one into a monster or a bear or anything you find. So it's really a complete creative outlet here. Sorry, my dog just came running inside to drink some water, so he's being quite noisy. Sorry about that. Here we go, coming along. So you can see all the detail in here that we're putting in. It's so beautiful. It just looks so much like a map. It's really fun. It's a fun little project to do. Okay, so we'll come in here. We've got just a couple more spots that we can color and trace. It's kind of reverse coloring, isn't it? It's the opposite of coloring. I'll have to do this one with my kids because I think they would both really enjoy it. Okay, I think we're done. So here's our final piece of art. And it's really beautiful. It looks like we painted something really intricate. And we just traced it. So it's a fun project to work on. And then you can further go in and make this a little chicken or do whatever you want to do. Look for shapes that you like or just keep it the way it is. Make it a greeting card and it's beautiful. Have a great week, guys. Be creative.